All right, good evening, everybody. How we doing? That's always my favorite way to start, is instead of having announcements stuff, just hit it going so we get the understanding of what we're all going to do tonight, and just that's going to have a lot of fun, make a bunch of wonderful music in a wide range of styles, and show off all the hard work that our students have done since the beginning of the year. Some of our students haven't even picked up their instrument until it's September, and so the growth that they've had, and then one of the reasons I love to start with this is they started the exact same way, right? So those sounds that come out of in your house that don't always sound amazing, get better. They get better most of the time. I don't know if my wife would agree with that on myself, but anyways, we're going to also celebrate this wonderful time of the year, so you're going to hear a bunch of different holiday music, celebrating a bunch of the holidays. And one of the things that you're going to see is our students playing a lot of diverse styles of music, and that's something we're really big on here. For those first two pieces, the first one was from the movie Polar Express, Hot Chocolate. That featured Yvonne and the tenor sax. And then that last piece was a Kitchen Blues. We started that in the fall for the pep band, and we want to bring it back out. That was done the pieces from the Funky Dogs, and actually from Tommy Weeks right there wrote that piece. And so now, in just a second, we're going to bring out our strings portion. Just before the pandemic, we decided that King didn't have a strings program. And so we've made a huge push to get a program going. And we started in 2019, we're super excited, and then obviously the pandemic happened. And it made it really hard, but we have a wonderful, wonderful strings teacher, which you'll get to know in a second here as he tells you a little more about the program and the pieces. I'm Colin Ben. He's a phenomenal musician. Like I say, he's a Juilliard-trained strings teacher who loves to play reggae bass. So he fits the combination here quite amazing. So. And so we're gonna feature, he has a wonderful selection of 6th grade and 7th grade strings with some upper school strings and combining them all together, so you're gonna see a kind of a wide range. We have about an hour's worth of music, and with transitions, so I really hope that we all enjoy the show, and kind of, even when your students' turn is done, to kind of stay and see all these different things, because it's wonderful to see this many people in this auditorium. This is something too I was just thinking about yesterday, I think Colin brought it up. Our middle school, they got to play a spring concert for the first time, but they haven't done a winter concert since 2019. So this is really great to have everybody back in here and making music. So I really hope you enjoy the evening. Now I'm going to get off this, and so we can get our string players up here and start the rest of our show.
Features are what's now the chamber orchestra. So basically, we have our class of 28, and then our upper schools that play. We also have Nate here joining us. And we play the orchestral side of strings, chamber music. And our first tune is Hanukkah, O Hanukkah. because in every winter concert we start with Hanukkah music. So, all right, so this next one features our violinist here. And I had to bring in Mr. Mendez to help me out on this one, because I just couldn't resist playing violin on this. But we really needed someone at the helm conducting, so we brought in Mr. Mendez, and it's been such a pleasure. He brought me here to King in 2019 to build the strings. And as you can see, here's our chamber orchestra, and pretty soon we'll be joined by our 6th grade. And you'll see the future of our King Strings Orchestra. so this next one, Christmas Train, is based off of that concept of like a holiday train. For example, at the Botanical Gardens in the Bronx, and they have those miniature trains, and they have them go through all the, Manhattan, different areas like that. And so this chamber arrangement sort of envisions a train starting, and then taking off and going through, and then comes to a gradual end. So now we'll bring out our 6th grade. It's their first time performing. Okay, so it's a big moment. This is our biggest strings class that we've had, right? So when I first started, we had like 4 or 5 string players. Then we got to 7, then 9 with our class of 28. So now these guys, 17 string players. That is awesome. So when they get to the upper school, once the numbers come out, we keep the pipeline coming, we're going to have a serious strings program, as we should in the school. All right, jingle.
Trying
rest of our string players for our King String Orchestra. First finger.
One of the reasons we just had that play because besides it's kind of a fun entrance on for them is that's exactly the sequence. The bass line is the sequence of how we learned our notes this year. So for many of our students that either had very, very little experience on their instrument or no experience at all, so we teach that learning an instrument is super sequential. And so you start with one note. Once you can get that one, next note two. And so that bass line is we're singing that 1, 1, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. So they're learning like once they like get their scales and they start to learn those notes in sequence, they can start putting the tunes together. Those first couple ones, there's not very much exciting. 3 notes is Hitting Mary Had a Little Lamb, all right, and kind of those kind of things. And as we get to 5, we start to break down the doors and we keep expanding more. So our students, the first piece we're going to do is Ode to Joy for You, which is that first time that they hit it. It's the A section of that song is only uses 5 notes. One of the most famous melodies that's ever been written just uses 5 notes. So we wanted to bring that out, and then as we added the bridge to the song that has a few more notes. And then our next song, Hide and Seek, is an expansion of that. And it's the way we learned that song was everybody learned every part, so they learned the melody, the harmony, and the bass line. And then we give them the actual piece, so they've all learned the pieces together, and then it's just reorganized. So they've been learning their skills this class to not only learn how to play the instrument, but that musical literacy skill. And then we're going to close out with a New Orleans version of Jingle Bells. So this is our 6th grade band. Intro people only.
This thing on? Hey, I'm Tommy. Thank you, thank you.
All right, as 7th grade's getting up, how about I give another huge round of applause for our 6th grade? So many of them didn't know one note when we started in the fall, so it's great to see them jamming. And I just want to make a note too that the percussion playing that groove, we've demonstrated one of the hardest things to do is you learn the pattern, but then can you do that pattern for 3 minutes straight without breaking? All right? It's a lot like running where you try to have a stride and can you actually keep it? Because the problem with that is if you can't, it takes everybody down. So the percussion have a lot of power in their hands, so they did a great job with that. An awesome job to our soloists, who are awesome. All right, so our 7th grade, they're going to play a couple songs on their own, and then the 8th grade is going to come and join them on a Hanukkah song. Our 7th grade has been doing an amazing job. This is actually their second performance for the year, because for the first time ever, we had them out playing at homecoming. So some of you might have caught them playing an awesome pep band set where they were bringing down the house. So we're really excited to give them a chance here. We have a few that have been strucken with the flu bug, so I was encouraging the rest of the crew today, like, get some vitamin C, space yourselves away, can't take any more losses today. So we've lost a few, but they're still going to sound great, and we're really excited about it. They're going to do Winter Wonderland, and then, kind of just like the 6th grade, they are doing a holiday remix, a medley, that they made themselves. So we have this big packet of holiday tunes, we're playing through them. We decided which two we kind of wanted to piece together. And then they learn the melody, and we actually focus on making the backgrounds and the harmony parts ourselves. So they're actually getting some of that creative parts too. So they're not just reading the page, but they're learning how to be arrangers and composers early on. So this is our 7th grade band.
I know that everyone else is playing music up here, but if y'all know the words to these, you could just sing along, right? More the merrier.
I don't have to stand up, right?
All right. Our 8th grade have a couple of selections by themselves, and then we're also going to see them later on the final piece of the whole concert with the upper school band. This first piece is a tune called St. Thomas. It's from a legendary tenor saxophone player named Sonny Rollins, and has a great kind of island theme, really relaxing, it's fun. It's a great exercise for our students to learn working on improvisation skills. And then our second tune will be Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, featuring special soloist Alicia Lang. So here is St. Thomas.
to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly, rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly, rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way.
All right, so we're gonna bring back up our upper school, and we're gonna kind of like grow the group. This is our combo, and this is students, our select students who are like really interested and want to push themselves and develop their improvising skills a little more and play some challenging charts. They've performed a couple times already. One at homecoming. We did at one of our open houses. They performed. They do a lot of kind of community service playing. I'm really excited that in February we're going to take them back out on the road. We're going to go to the Yukon Jazz Festival in February, so we're pretty excited about that group, this group getting back out and performing more. So this is our upper school group playing Blue Bossa and then Hep Cat Blues. All right. Can we give another round of applause for the great job that they did? So that featured Bryce on trumpet. Bryce is a senior this year, student body president in the upper school. And just a couple weeks ago got into CMEA Honors Regional Band, that's Connecticut Music Educators Association. That's a big deal. Like, I don't know, there was probably about 70, 80 trumpets that auditioned to get in that, so to get in that's a huge deal. Brian on trombone, who also was featured on that piece, got in himself. He's going to be in the jazz band and the Honors Regional Band. And last year, not to forget him, because he made All-State 2 teams, featured tenor sax Yvonne, who was also an All-State last year, so huge round of applause. Brings us close to our last piece, so I want to keep this kind of short and sweet, but a couple of things. One is, can we give a huge round of applause to all the amazing work that these students have? It takes a lot of energy, a lot of work, especially with all their other schoolwork, to be able to put this kind of commitment in, all right? And they're doing an amazing job, and we're so excited to see them succeeding up on stage, and we're excited that our program just continues to grow. Got through a little rough patch, but we're very excited to make that happen. A couple things. In the lobby, I also wanted to give a shout out to Mr. Ben's guitar classes who gave us some intro lobby music. They were great. Most of those students too haven't played before, so that's their first time, like just learning this year, learning the guitar and giving things, so that's an amazing job. You also heard out there is the Project Music students. A huge shout out, and there was three of them that came and joined us on our second tune, Kitchen Blues. Project Music, for those who don't know, is an after-school music programs here. It's intensive. Students from 20 different schools around Stanford come here, and normally those students would have resources to music education, and King hosts that. So King, a huge shout out to King for supporting a program that important. And for years we've been collaborating. These students come out to have homework help. They help the students. They come and participate playing. But this year even more, we're getting more of a growth where some of our younger students are participating in the program, coming to our sectionals. So a bunch of our sixth graders that you saw out there today and stuff have been coming to Project Music classes and getting sectionals and stuff. So it's been really great to see this collaboration. So we're really excited. This is the second year we've been at King and letting that program grow. So, and the other thing is just seeing our students combining. We saw multiple levels, all the strings from 6th through high school playing. We've had 7th and 8th playing, and then our upper school is going to play here with our 8th grade band, kind of growing and bringing us up. It's one of these things, right, is just because our students are older, we don't want to keep them separated in different things. We want to encourage them and give them that sight and have them the opportunity. So this last medley of Christmas tunes is from some different movies. And thanks to Mr. LaJoy, who's been running our sound. He's new to our staff this year, and he's amazing. He's really up the ante in our productions. He's always been great, and he's done a lot of our shows in the past, but having him here all the time is special. He's going to give us a little actual trailers and movies as we play. So you'll get to enjoy as we play the music this theme. So thank you again for coming out. I know it's a long night. This is a great night to make music. I hope your holiday season is wonderful, and there's a lot of music in it. And you'll be on the lookout. There's going to be a lot more performances from our groups coming up in the winter and the spring. So thank you again. And one last thing is, where is Mr. Ben? Right there. Thank you. Awesome string too. And Mr. Tommy Weeks back here on the... All right. Here's our last tune. Enjoy and have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much. Great job, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. And happy holidays to all.